Hello, I am Suresh Menon and welcome you to this video. I'll be talking about the common pitfalls or mistakes of manifestations that we all make, due to which we are unable to see the results that we desire. I have also made these mistakes, and this video will hopefully save you the process of reinventing the wheel all over again. First, let me explain the process of manifesting. Let me explain how it works, and as I talk, I will point out the common mistakes that people make. So that it'll be easy for you. The process of creation or manifestation is like this: we manifest through our subconscious mind. Whatever we impress on our subconscious, whatever we order the subconscious, it gets manifested on the screen of space. Now, what is the screen of space? Is where we live. It's our world, it's our environment. So essentially, the things that we allow to be impressed on the subconscious mind are literally copied exactly in this world. This is a very important point that you need to note. We have always been doing this right from when we were born until now. The only issue is that the human mind has a very short term memory. There is a certain time period between the time that you imagine something and the time that it manifests. It is not instant. There is a time duration for it to happen. And the reason that people don't know that they are manifesting is because they forgot the thought that they manifested. It could have been a week back, it could have been yesterday, or it could have been a year ago too. But as you continue in the manifesting, as you practice, as you gain more expertise in the process of manifesting, you will naturally begin to observe your thoughts more closely and also observe the world. And you will definitely be able to find the thoughts that created the things in this world around you, in your environment. The subconscious mind is a thing that is impressed upon and then creates the thing that we experience in this world. And this is done through the medium of feeling. This is a very important point that you need to. So, any thought, any imaginal act, which is just an imaginal scene, any inner conversation, any mood, these can all be attached to feelings. And when we allow them to impress upon the subconscious mind through this feeling or through dwelling upon a thing and contemplating the thing, we are impregnating the subconscious. And believe me, it will be manifested and copied to almost its exact likeness on the screen of this space in this world around us. So, if yesterday was very similar to the day before and today was similar to yesterday, it is because we are impressing the subconscious mind with similar things. But when we modify the things that we allow into our mind, into our consciousness, the things that we imagine, we then are controlling the things which are impressed upon the subconscious mind, and we will express different things every day on the screen of space. So now, when it comes to explicitly how to manifest, the way that works sometimes best is by imagining explicitly. So when you imagine something explicitly, it impresses and you create it. Sometimes a simple tweak or change generally manifests a huge difference in your world. So when it comes to imagining, the first thing is to define the goal. This is very important because we want to know what we want, so that when we start imagining, when we shut off the senses, we can know exactly what we want and we don't wander around in our mind. But keep in mind now that when we outline a scene, we want to make it embody the end. And this is a very critical distinction, that is the difference between success and failure. This is the most common error that people do, because generally what they are doing is imagining something that is not the end. Something before the end result is what they are imagining. So the reason that the end is important is because, like I said, it's going to be copied exactly as you visualize in this world. Check my earlier video on imagining the end, wherein I have detailed this part reasonably extensively or in detail. Now, the universe will find the easiest and softest way to get to the thing that you have imagined. You need to have no doubts about it. We want to imagine already having received the money. Fine. Already being married, already being happy, already being peaceful, maybe on a vacation, anything as if it has already been done. You're already there in the spot. We choose that, we outline that, and then we construct a scene based on that. And that end is so very important. Let me suggest that everyone write a list of 3 different things every single day. Just write it down. Maybe you should have a journal, a notebook, and write it down on a page. Put in the date and write down 3 different things every single day without really thinking too much about them. Just kind of a conscious writing, and then close the book and put it away. Take this as an exercise. For example, I feel that I want to be taken for lunch today. I write, I receive a free lunch, or an old friend messages me. If you notice here, I'm not saying I want an old friend to message me. No, I'm not saying I want a free lunch. Because since it's copied exactly the way that we impress upon our subconscious mind. If I say I want this, I want that, then I'm copying that want. And thus I'm creating more want, more desires. And that is no indication of the end. I hope you understand this. So write it as if it's already done. This one single thing has changed more lives of the people around the world than anything else. So make sure you are always imagining that it's already been done. So we condense the scene, and then what we want to do is take time to shut off the senses so that we can be present in this moment right now. Presence is very important because that shuts off the rest of the world around you. That shuts off the logic, it shuts off the doubt, it shuts off anything that's screaming at you, oh, it won't work, or something that is screaming, it is not possible, this will not happen. So we need to be present in the moment, and then in our imagination we want to bring the scene in there. After we are present, and then become present in the scene as well. So we are present here and then present in the scene from which we are thinking, we are imagining. This brings to the next distinction, the next thing that I find people making mistakes the most in, and that is imagining in first person, which is very, very important, and thinking from the scene and not of the scene. Being it in yourself and looking through your own eyes is very, very important for the manifestation to happen. The reason for this is very quite clear. If you go back to the original statement, which is that the subconscious mind creates exactly the thing that we impress upon it. So I am viewing things from my own eyes, looking at my own hands, receiving the things that I want, or doing the thing that I want. That is going to be copied exactly. And I will be moved automatically to do the thing that I have imagined. So if it was to get a raise at work, a promotion, shaking the hand after I've done it, that would mean that I would have to literally act out that scene and then shake someone else's hands when that person is congratulating me. I hope you understand. But instead, if I was watching this as if someone else, for instance, watching myself do it, I would then see someone else acting out the same thing because it's copied exactly. So it's very important to think from the scene and not of the scene. Like I said, this is the difference between one of the important differences between success and failure. Let me tell you a story I heard from someone. A man imagined himself with a girl he loved. In his mind, he was like watching a movie of him and the girl driving somewhere on their honeymoon. After imagining this, the man was surprised that the girl was moving away from him. A couple of months later, this man sees the exact picture of the girl's Instagram page, the exact visualization of what he had imagined. The girl he loved driving somewhere on a honeymoon, except that the man was not him, it was someone else. She had got married to someone else and she was in the car with her husband, and someone clicked a picture from maybe the terrace of the next building, which was sent to the girl who proudly posted it on her Instagram page. So it is extremely important to think from the scene because that exactly is copied. This is one of the fundamentals of manifestation. It must always be from the first person point of view, or else the story of the girl. That's it, you would remember that now. The next is feeling the wish fulfilled. This is very important. The feeling is the secret of manifestation. Feeling is the thing that creates. So if you are excited about something, you have to feel excited as you imagine it too. Like excitement or happiness, I was told, is the thing that manifests. But here's the thing, when I first started, I never knew all this. So I was a miserable person. And if you had met me in my life earlier, you would have known. And I was manifesting for years and years, but I never asked for happiness, and the happiness never came. I never thought from happiness. But mind you, it's not essential to manifesting. Happiness is not essential to manifesting. We have always manifested, we always will. So it's important that we, instead of just feeling happy or excited, when we go into the scene, when we construct a scene that implies that we are the person that we want to be, then we want to enter into that scene in first person. We want to pretend that we are at that scene. We need to pretend. And if we are pretending in that scene, then we are going to catch the mood of being in that scene. That doesn't say that it's happy or excited. It's just, what is the mood of the scene? What are the feelings? You need to feel it. If I was to desire to be on a holiday or a vacation, I'd probably be excited for a minute or two, and then I would be very content and I would be feeling very adventurous. Then the feeling of the sand under my feet on the beach. That's very important. Feeling the sun on me, feeling the breeze on me, talking to people, hearing their voices, hearing the sound of the ocean, the waves, and maybe the sound of several tiny tots, children playing in the sand. All these are very important. That is the feeling. We are talking about the senses, the sensory vividness, and then the emotion attached to it should only be that of what you should actually be experiencing as if you were there at that spot. So that's catching the mood of being there. Happiness and excitement may be included in there, but that is not all. That's not a necessity. I hope you understand. We are always manifesting no matter what. This is something that I have learned. And this is what actually works. So I can guarantee that if you make these simple changes, you will have profound effects in your manifestation exercises. So that's about it for this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Do not forget, most importantly, to initiate a discussion by commenting below this video and also share the video with your circles. Believe me, it encourages me to make a lot of newer and newer informative videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.